Hi guys, it's your girl Dr. Yeti. Welcome back to my channel, The Bomb Bomb V, aka The Good Life. Today, I wanted to get on here to talk to you guys about having childlike faith in order to enter the kingdom. You guys, I didn't really understand because when I was reading the New Testament a couple of months back, I didn't really understand. I understood, but not really what it meant by having childlike faith, right? And this is specifically in the book of not Deuteronomy, in Matthew. And I'm going to get into the book of Deuteronomy in a little bit. But in the book of Matthew 18, verse 3, let me open Matthew 18, verse 3. Okay. It says, and this is Jesus speaking. Assuredly, I say to you, unless you are converted and become as little children, you will by no means enter the kingdom of heaven. What is Jesus trying to say? What is he trying to say? Recently, when I was reading the book of Deuteronomy, right, and it clicked then, but it really clicked. So Deuteronomy 1 verse 39, the first book of Deuteronomy. Let me see if I can open Deuteronomy 1. Okay, so Deuteronomy 1 verse 39 says, moreover, your little ones and your children who you say will be victims, who today have no knowledge of good and evil, they shall go in there. To them I will give it, and they shall possess it. And he is speaking of the children of Israel when they were going through the wilderness, and God is telling them, I will give your children the kingdom of Israel. Of Israel, in the land of Canaan, the land of milk and honey, and you, grown folks, are not going to inherit it. And through that chapter, God said that the people that will inherit the land of Canaan are the children between newborn babies all the way to the age of 20. So if you're 20 years old or younger, you will inherit the land of God, or the blessings that God has for you. And when God says to have childlike faith, and when I just read this verse in Deuteronomy, it clicked, because the story of the Israelites is that they were so stiff-necked and they had their own way of thinking, that they did not want to believe that God was able to do the things that he said he was going to do, right? And when you think about a child, right? A child depends on their parents. A child depends on their mom or their dad. And if a mom says, I will do this for you, I will take you to this place, I will buy you this thing, the child really believes them. They're like, yeah, my mom's going to do this for me. My mom said this. My mom said she's going to buy $1 million house. Even if it's not true, a child typically would believe what the mom or the dad or whatever the grown up in their lives says, because they have a childlike faith, right? They don't have a reason to believe that it's not going to happen. They don't believe otherwise. They know, if my mom says she's going to do something, she's going to do it. If my dad said he's going to do something, he's going to do it. Even if it takes your mom 10 years to do it, right? Because I remember when I was a kid, my uncle promised me, he said he was going to take me to Six Flags with my brother and my cousin. And it was months. Summer came and summer left. The next year, we still believed that our uncle was going to take us to Six Flags. This man never took us to Six Flags. He never took us to Six Flags, but we had faith because this was our favorite uncle. He's going to do it. He said he was going to do it. Why would he lie? He's going to do it, right? And having that childlike faith is what God is looking for. If he tells you he's going to do something, it doesn't matter how long he's going to do it. He's going to do it. You just have to have that faith like a child. You know what I'm saying? Have that faith that my dad's going to do it. My dad is the creator of the universe. He literally controls everything in this world. He said he's going to do something. I know he's going to do it. That is how you're supposed to live your life. You're supposed to have that faith. And even if it doesn't look like it's going to happen, because think about it, right? So let me give you a really good example. If your father, if you yourself are a father or a mother, and you tell your child, when your child comes up to you and says, Mom, Dad, I want these shoes. I want these $100 pair of shoes. And everyone has it. And these shoes are perfect for me. I want them. And you're like, you know what? I'll get them for you. But right now, things are a little bit tight. But when I get my next paycheck, I'll buy the shoes for you. But you don't tell your child that you are struggling a little, because you don't want your child to look at you like that, like, oh, you don't have it, like that. So you don't tell your child that you don't have it yet. You just tell your child, okay, I'll get it for you. Just be patient, right? But the child doesn't know that you are working towards getting that money to buy those shoes, right? So fast forward, a day goes by, 2 days goes by, a week goes by, because you get paid next month. I don't know. This is just a hypothetical. You get paid next month. And you're telling your child, just wait, just be patient. I'll get it. A day goes by. 2 days goes by. A week goes by. 2 weeks goes by. And your child is complaining. Why haven't you done this for me? Why haven't you done this? I want my shoes. You haven't gotten me my shoes. And you're sitting here like, why is this kid complaining when I'm sitting here working? I am putting in the work to make sure that this child gets the shoes that they are begging me for. I am putting in the work, but they don't see you putting in the work. They just see that you're not doing what you say you're going to do. That is how God is. He is working in the background. You don't see him putting in the work. You say you want this thing. He is working. He is shifting things around. He's making things happen in your favor. But you have to have that faith that God will do exactly what you asked him to do. You have to have that faith, given the thing that you ask him aligns with his will, of course. But if you ask God to give you something, and you pray to him, and you pray to him diligently, he will give you exactly what you ask him to give you, right? And another thing is, if you pray and you pray continuously, nonstop, right? Incessantly. I think that's a word. If you pray incessantly, and I'm going to find that verse really quickly, and I'm going to share it with you guys. When you pray without ceasing, let's see if I can find it. Okay, 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 16 to 17. Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, give thanks in all circumstances. You need to pray without ceasing. There is a verse in the New Testament, and I can't remember, where Jesus was talking, and he said, it was a parable. It was a parable that Jesus gave. And he was talking about a woman who was asking a judge for something. And this judge was not a good judge. And the judge kept refusing, right? Refusing. But this woman was very diligent, and she kept asking and asking. Eventually, the judge gave her exactly what she was asking for. And Jesus was saying, God is actually a good God. Why would he not? This judge is a bad judge. And he actually gave this woman something because she kept persistent and she kept asking and asking and asking. Why would God not give you, his child, someone that he actually loves and adores? Why would he not give you what you want if you keep asking him? Right? If you are praying incessantly, you just keep praying and praying and praying, and you asking God for the same thing, he will give it to you. He already heard you the first time. But he doesn't want you to stop going to him for help, being humble and asking him for help. But most of the time, the reason why you would keep asking is because you have the faith that he will answer you. He will listen to you. So have that faith, y'all. I'm telling you, if you have that faith of a childlike faith of someone that is just wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, right? and you're saying to yourself, like, my God is my Father, and he's a good God. He is a good God. The one thing in this life that is holy, he is a holy God. He does not know how to do bad. Literally, he does not know how to lie. He is a good God. He will do what he says he will do. He's a God of covenant. If he promises you something, he does not go against that promise that he has made. There's many, many times in the Bible where God has taken covenants very seriously. If you promise something, you have to follow through on it. But if he promises something, he will follow through on it. He will. So I say all this to say, have childlike faith. Have that faith. No matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what it seems like on the outside. It might seem like it's not working out. It might seem like things are going downhill. But have that faith that my dad said he's going to do it. My dad rules the universe. My dad created all things, and he is going to do exactly what he told me he was going to do, because my dad is a good dad. He's a great dad. He's a faithful dad. Okay, so anyway, guys, I hope you guys gained something from this. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it resonated with you. And I pray Almighty God delivers you from whatever it is that you're going through. And I pray that he gives you the strength to increase your faith in a childlike state, so that you will continuously believe and have that hope. Because your hope is what feeds you. Your hope is what increases your faith. Your hope is what is that? What is that? I don't want to butcher this this quote, and I'm going to search it up real quick. Let me see. Hope is something unseen. Hope is something unseen. Okay, so Hebrews 11 verse 1. Faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. Right? I want a better. I'm gonna read it in my Bible. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna read it. Hebrews 11 verse 1. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to turn to the page of the Bible. I'm like in the church. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna make sure that I read it word for word from the Bible. Hebrews 11 verse 1. Lord, y'all, I'm trying to open this page with one hand. Okay. 11 verse 1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, y'all. The substance of things hoped for. So listen, y'all. You have to continue hoping. You have to continue that faith. You have to continue hoping that you will get that thing. It's if you have that faith, I promise you, God will come through for you. If you believe in your dad, right? If your child keeps doubting that you're gonna do something, are you gonna have the desire to give them? If they're going to keep doubting you, they're going to keep saying, he's not going to do it. My dad said he's going to take me 6 times. He's not going to do it. And then you're just like, okay. Unless you want to prove them wrong. But you have to have faith. And God will direct your path. I promise. Okay, guys? Thanks so much for watching. I love you. Bye.